Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I am Natan Verhofsky, your host with the most. You are here at the Frequency of Abundance. We are in season 4. Today is such an exciting, triumphant Tuesday. You're here for how to use time as a weapon for success. Quantum time management strategies. So if you ever felt like there wasn't enough time to do everything, join the rest of the human world. And if you can bend time in your favor and accomplish more with less effort, that's what today's about. So, Matrix style, bending time, that's where we're coming from. And I really wanted you to be a part of that so that you could feel where it is. Excuse me. Sorry, that throat morning. Now, if we're coming from, I know where the frequency of abundance is. I get it. I've been here all along. Wonderful. And I want to thank you. And I want you to appreciate that you are here because there is an internal calling to the knowledge, to the information, to the community available, to the boat rising all tides. Let me try that in English. To the tide rising all boats. There we go. We wanted to be a part of this. And in that context, I wanted you to know where we're coming from. The Allura Creative Agency, that is our corporate sponsor. That's who pays, keeps the lights on and the doors open. And in the capacity of being the only not-for-profit in the world that happens to be a public relations house, they're very particular about who they pick to work with. So if you're a coach, healer, therapist, specialist, if you're trying to shine your light, if you're helping, healing, doing good in the world, and if you're hunting whales, C-suite, executives, leaders, owners, founders, the big ones, if you're hunting them, they have a proprietary, unique way to do it. That's why they handpick the people that they work with. And being a not-for-profit, they're a fraction of the price of anybody else, which is another reason why they handpick the people they work with. So if any of that can help you in any way, shape, or form, I wanted to take a minute, wanted to introduce them, get their corporate sponsor video for 1 minute, and then I wanted to get right into our topic.
I'm sure you've heard the news. There's a game-changing PR house in town. At Allura Creative Agency, we specialize in bringing visionaries together. As the first and only not-for-profit public relations house, we offer exclusive, invitation-only events tailored for C-suite leaders, executives, professionals, and founders. Imagine this, you co-hosting an event alongside top industry leaders, seamlessly connecting with your ideal clients. Our done-for-you approach means we handle everything, from getting butts in seats to your co-host, personally introducing you and your unique offer. Founded during the global lockdown, Allura was born out of a commitment to empower coaches, healers, and experts. Today, we continue that mission by providing a platform for you to shine and expand your influence. Join our exclusive community and experience the power of authentic connection. Discover how Allura Creative Agency can elevate your brand and help you unlock your full potential. Curious? Book a time to speak with us today and step into a world of endless opportunities. Allura Creative Agency, elevating brands and inspiring leaders. Won't you join us today?
So now you see where we're coming from. If that's the benevolence and if that's the force behind it, that's why Allura Creative Agency needed another outlet. And so we created the Frequency of Abundance. Season 1 was all about personal development. Season 2 about communications and relationships. Season 3 was your business online fundamentals. And this is season 4, the Frequency of Abundance. It's about abundance. Now, if you wanted to join us, there's multiple ways to play in our sandbox. You can come in, you can binge watch all of these on LinkedIn. I just posted in the chat all the links, so grab onto it. There's a LinkedIn group, it's complimentary. There is a private community, it costs tens of dollars a month, but that's where a lot of us want to play at the next level in the Frequency of Abundance. If you wanted to come on up above that, my beautiful wife and I have an upcoming personal wellness retreat. It's complimentary, doesn't cost you anything. Come meet a dozen of our friends from around the world, exotic, amazing people that are going to give you an insight to wellness that you wouldn't get anywhere else at an incredible price point. Nothing. So that's the point of being a not-for-profit and being able to give, and push back through. If you're coming from an even higher level, we'll talk about that in a minute. In the meantime, I wanted to focus on if time was a weapon and a success. We want to say turning time from an obstacle into a secret weapon. I think that's the whole point of today. Because if we're trying to do any kind of time trickery or time mastery in, 30 minutes or less, wow. I don't care if it's for free or not. You could charge $1,000,000. I'm still just blown away that that's even possible, which I'm not convinced it is. So, today we're not scratching the surface. We're not doing a light version of it. No, we're doing a deep dive as always. Get your pen and paper, get those neural synapses firing, make those new neural pathways complete. Because where we're coming from is always a deep dive on a specific topic. We may not be able to cover everything in the topic, but what we covered today, oh my goodness, we're going to definitely tear the lid off that and pull the hood back and take a deep dive look. So, if you're ready to come play, put some likes, put some comments, put some love in the chat. I want to make sure you know where you're at and what you're going on for. We're here for you. So let us know you're feeling what we're picking up and putting down. Now, if we're turning it from an obstacle into your secret weapon, understanding time mastery is going to be the first segment. So, time's going to always seem elusive, especially if you are using the common mistakes that a lot of people use and think that they're not using mistakes. They think they're using powerful weapons. So they'll multitask, and that's a horribly common mistake. It takes usually about 90 seconds switching between tasks. Highly inefficient, highly ineffective. The switch over gap time for you to completely stop one thing that you were immersed in and completely start another thing and get to that same level of immersion, 90 seconds minimum. That's if you're good at this stuff, if you train. Otherwise, the rest of us can do. Oh, crap, that was 5 minutes. Whoops. Wait, what was I supposed to do? Yeah. Don't multitask. Unclear priorities. Well, I got 13 things to do today, so you know what? Maybe this is like when I was in math school. I'm just going to start with the easiest problems and then get to the hardest ones. Yeah, that's what I'll do with my priorities today. We'll do the easy little, not really priorities. Yeah. And then we want to take a look at a mindset shift. So I want you to view time as abundant rather than scarce. Know that, yes, we all have the same 24 hours. And some of us need to sleep for 8 hours, and some of us, like Arnold Schwarzenegger's famous for saying, I sleep 6, so just sleep faster. Sorry for the bad impression, but yes, sleep faster. There's ways to play with it. Since it is finite, it doesn't mean that it's not abundant, right? You got $386 billion in the bank. As much money as it is, that technically still is finite. It's still an amount. But it's more than enough abundance, right? So stop looking at it as, dang it, it's only 24 hours, and go, holy crap, it's 24 hours. Whoa. That's a lot more abundant mindset. That's a mindset shift. If we take an action step, let's write down your top 3 priorities for the day. And I want you to be really clear on this other part. This part's more important than those 3 priorities. Everything else can wait. Hear me? Feel me on that one? Everything else can wait. If you're coming from, these are my top 3 things. If I get these done, holy crap, what a great, successful day. That's it. That's all. That's the entire reason for the season. That's what you're doing. Congrats. That was mission accomplished. That was pure success. Good. Good for you. Segment 2. Here's the quantum leap. Now that you're getting familiar with this, this is how we start bending time. If we want to introduce flow state. Flow state, or as the kids used to say, being in the zone, it's that zone of hyperproductivity. You increase your intention, you increase your intensity, and you automatically increase your productivity. So look at your intention as desire, look at your intensity as focus, look at productivity as energy. This is where my background comes from. I wrote 2 best-selling books specifically on energy management, how to go up, down, and neutralize your energy. So if you don't know my background, last 30 years, I've been an elite energy coach. I've been working with Cirque du Soleil acrobats, Olympians, national sports teams from around the world. Had about 15,000 people come through my hands and wrote those best-selling books. And in it, I go into great detail about specifically not just introducing a state of flow, but sustaining it. Because those of us that are at that personal and professional level where we're at 9 out of 10 in our lives, we need to not just enter that state, we need to stay there long enough to get 2 days worth of work done in one. Now, if that resonates with you, and if going into any sort of a peak performance mode makes sense, and let's say, as I just offered you to join us on our personal wellness retreat, I'm okay, I'm pretty well. That's kind of the minimum requirement that we would look for personal momentum. It's for those that feel that they're at 9 out of 10 and are looking for 9.1, 9.2. So if numbers bother you, go with, I'm good, like really good, but I want to be great. Oh, ding, 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 you're qualified. Come on over and join us. And so if it tickles your fancy, if it's someplace that you want to come play, yes, there's links below, and you'll see them in the chat. That's right there for you. But here, let me take 40 seconds, and let me tell you exactly where I'm coming from, because I think if this is something you like, we have a preview event every Thursday. The main event, Personal Momentum, that retreat for peak performers is every month. There's a preview event every week. So if you're not sure, oh my goodness, it's 3 hours a day for 3 days, don't know if I want to do this or not, there's mental, physical, emotional, there's resources committed. Oh, wait a minute. I would, had I actually gone to a 30-minute preview event, gone to a quick little questions and answers, maybe saw one of these mental, physical, or emotional drills for myself and saw, was it worth it, or did it resonate with me? And that's where we want you to come from. Come on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's live, it's unrecorded, it's 30 minutes. It's me answering questions and taking you through a little bit of what we do to see if it works for you. Here's 1 minute.
Meet Natan Verkovsky, Elite Energy Coach, helping top performers break limits, activate their energy, and achieve unstoppable momentum. Welcome to the Personal Momentum Retreat, an exclusive experience designed for executives, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who demand more from life. Every month, top performers gather to master powerful mental, physical, and emotional drills, strategies used by world-class leaders to unlock peak performance and resilience. At this retreat, you won't just learn, you'll experience transformation, shift your energy, break through barriers, and build unstoppable momentum. Get a sneak peek at our weekly preview event, happening every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Experience firsthand the mental, physical, and emotional drills that will change your game. Success is not about working harder. It's about activating your personal momentum. Reserve your spot today.
So that's where I'm coming from if we're talking about peak performance. And trust me, if we're going into any kind of time bending, this is not your Tuesday afternoon type stuff. I don't mean you need candles and incense and dark music and weird colored robes and stuff. That's not the ceremony I'm talking about. I'm talking about this is anything that your subconscious grasps at is because of ritual, because of ceremony, because of that gives it importance. And when it gives importance, it literally writes it down. So to make sure that this has importance, and that's where you can bend your time, that was the preface of why peak performance, personal momentum makes sense when we're talking about this. It's about introducing flow states and hyper productivity. So takeaway nuggets, for some reason you can't make it to the personal momentum retreat, that's okay. I would like to offer you both the Pomodoro technique, and Pomodoro is a beautiful word, it just means tomato in Italian. It's 25 minutes of work and 5-minute break. 25 minutes of work, 5-minute break. So every hour you get 10 minutes off, but not 10 minutes at the end because it takes too long to come back in. 25 minutes on is deep sustained work. With 5 minutes off, you don't get out too deep. You get out just deep enough that a change is as good as a rest. That's important. And then you get back in, and it's not as hard to get back in then. The same as if You go work hard, work hard, work hard, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and then you take a weekend off. Ooh, okay, you can still get back to work. What about if you took a week off? Harder, eh? What if you went on a 1 month vacation? You know how hard it is to, forget jet lag. You know how hard it is to adjust to get back to work? The longer you take off what you do consistently and on schedule, the harder it is to get back to consistency and being on schedule. Not giving you mind up whopping stuff, but it does make sense, especially if you say it out loud. You go, crap, that is actually pretty linear and pretty logical. Dang it. So, Pomodoro technique. Try it and see how much more productive you are. Energy mapping. If we want to take a look at some of the cool ways that we can match your most important task to your peak energy times. And this was something we spoke about deeply yesterday. So if you missed Motivational Mondays, oh my goodness, that was unlocking your personal genius and how to operate from your zone of genius effortlessly. And that was one of the things we talked about. So map it from the peak times of your energy to, remember we talked about 3 priorities a day? You might want to have all your energy when it's priority time. Do you want to make sure that it's a priority time first and then map your energy? Silly. Your energy doesn't care about what time it is or what you put on your priority little schedule piece of paper of to do. Go the other way around. Go with your energy. Get yourself right. Get your energy right. Put your mask on first. Then take a look at priorities and go, okay, one of these is physical. I got some chores to do. One of these is mental. I got to figure out some stuff for my business. And one of these is emotional. I got to take a break, do some breathing exercises because I just got this overall malaise, this general feeling of anxiety. I gotta shake this, man. I'm way too bright and way too powerful for this. This is crazy. What do I do? Repeat after me. Ready? I am way too blessed to be stressed. I am way too blessed to be stressed. I'm way too blessed to be stressed. Thank you for coming and seeing that, because I wanted you to feel that vibe. Until you say it yourself and you mean it and feel it the way I do, I am way too blessed to be stressed. Let's look at segment 3. And this is going to be your quantum leap principle. So small adjustments that are going to create exponential results. If, for example, we're eliminating, and this one's going to be big, if you eliminate 20 minutes of social media distraction a day, I'm not asking you to take an hour off, 2 hours off, 3 hours off. I'm not asking you to not look at your phone all day. I'm saying if you consciously know that you've got the next thing to do, an appointment, a task, a chore at 11 o'clock, and it's 10:20 right now, don't spend the next 40 minutes scrolling through social media, knowing that the only next thing you have to do is in 40 minutes, so that's fine, I'll just kill 40 minutes. Don't. Time is precious. And I'm asking you to just scroll that back. Scroll, that's funny. Take that from 40 minutes to 20. If you eliminate 20 minutes a day, it's going to give you 120 hours back a year. I know that may not sound like a lot, but if you click on Google and say, hey, Duolingo, if I gave you 120 hours, what level would I be in French, Spanish, Japanese, Italian, German? I don't care. Pick one. I can guarantee that after 120 hours of Duolingo, at worst, you'd be at the beginner level and able to speak if I dropped you off into any of those countries. At best, holy moly, you might be intermediate. And if it takes to you, you might be advanced. You could fly right through. So don't negate. We're so quick with when we have a little bit of time that, it's too little to do anything with. I'm like, no, it's not. And when we look at a lot of time, like 3 years, you're like, it's too long, it's too far away. No, it's not. Look at that big period of time as something immediate. Look at that small period of time as something that can stretch. And that's when we're playing with that quantum leap principle. So, quick drill. Identify one small habit you can change today to reclaim the lost time. And on a future episode, we're going to talk about what to do with that time. This is time as a secret weapon. This is not time, how to get it as a secret weapon, how to pretend it's a gun. This is how to acquire the gun. That's this episode. This is not how to acquire, how to polish, how to maintain, how to shoot, how to aim, how to stop it. Don't have time for all that, and you don't have the absorbency. Your ability as a sponge is only so much. Why do you think these episodes are so long? Why do you think they're not like Joe Rogan, 2, 3 hour, 4 hour things where we just shoot the crap with a couple people about stuff and see what happens? I'm like, as interesting as it is, those rabbit holes of time, when you walk out afterwards and someone says, you just spent 2, 3 hours watching that, what did you learn? What did you get? You might be able to recite one fact. You give me 25 minutes. How can you not recite at least 3? This is a very specific topic, and going into a deep dive on it is what gives you that ability to come and play. Now, if you're identifying that one habit you can reclaim lost time, your simple example may be painful for you. It was 20 minutes of social media. It was take those 120 hours, and I gave you the example of learning a language. Heck, learn art. Pick one. Music, arts, something. There's so much to do, and 120 hours is so much time compared to how little you think it is. We can always get way more done in that teeny period of time, and surprisingly way less in that large period that we're so thinking about. It's not that big, and this isn't that small. So, section 4, let's look at a quantum habit for time mastery. If you focus on habit stacking and you pairing tasks, you get to avoid, right? So pair the tasks that you avoid, oh, I hate doing this, with the tasks that you love. You're like, oh, I love doing this. It's going to be interesting energetically. You hate doing the dishes. Okay. But you love listening to Joe Rogan's podcast. Ding, 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 put them together. And magically the dishes aren't so bad. It's not going to make Joe Rogan's podcast any worse. So it doesn't have that same effect on both. Whatever is your happy one, it only gets marginally less happy, but it spreads its happiness over to the not happy one. I'll give you an example. You walk into a room, and that room is filled with light, and you secretly snuck in just a little handful of darkness. What do you think that's going to do? You know, you can take your darkness and shoot it out into this room of light, and it does anything? It sits in the corner like a little dust bunny. Reverse. You sneaky reach a little bit of light, and you sneak a bit of light into a dark room. What happens? This light I throw anywhere instantly illuminates. A little bit of dark in a light room is meaningless and lightless and useless. It is nothing. A little bit of light in a dark room is illumination. And it is the difference between night and day. And that's what we're talking about. Pair what you don't like to do and avoid with what you love. It'll illuminate much, much more than it sounds. So, exercise today. Pick your top 3 needle-moving activities for today and tomorrow. Yes, have some foresight and know that you don't have to get it all done today. We're only picking 3 priorities, so pretty sure you have more than 3. Grab 3 for today, grab 3 for tomorrow. Feel that proper time setting, and you'll feel incredibly abundant and still energized while getting done what you need to get done. That's the entire point. So 3 top of the needle, move those activities for today, for tomorrow. Now, segment 4, look at the time bending formula. So, daily rituals. If we're looking at setting clear intentions every morning, yes, you write down 1 key outcome. It's not a big deal. It's just setting clear intentions. That you can do internally. You only need to write down 1 key outcome. It's not like a laundry list. It's not a giant journaling task. That's your daily ritual. Evening review, quick assessment, 5 minutes. What worked? What didn't? How you'll improve tomorrow. That's it. These thoughts set you up and build your mind so that it constantly looks for success. Not any other point. It wants to look for success. So, coming from that point, we want to make sure that you are on it. You are in it. It's coming to a great Like, you're looking for a tipping point, right? We're looking for, oh, what's going to do that? Well, in order to hit that tipping point, that's where we're going to need to create so much momentum that we cascade over it. Encourage yourself. Find a way that gives you more accountability. So if it's journaling. If it's texting a friend every single day, here's what I'm doing tomorrow, and then every single night, here's what I did, here's what I didn't. It's huge. And you bend time with that. If this was a busy time, you get your time back on the other side. It's very different, very interesting. Now, segment 5. I want to take a look at some action steps and some next level challenges for you. So, action step is going to be implement one strategy from today's episode for the next 7 days. Can you imagine how powerful that's going to be for you? If you want, I'll reverse it on you. I'll put myself in the hot seat. I'll hold me accountable. Jump in, DM, reach out. Come play in our sandbox. You're invited at the highest level as a peak performer to join us at the Personal Momentum Retreat. It's not for everybody. It's for those that are good and wanted to get great. Now I want to take a second and invite you, if you wanted to come to my wife and I and a dozen of our amazing friends on the house, that is the Personal Wellness Retreat. And that's coming up, and it comes up every couple months, so it's exciting. It's not here for you every minute, but it is something that's going to make quite a difference in your life. Take a look.
If you don't like mundane routines but still want to grow, then this online virtual retreat is your golden ticket. Imagine rejuvenating your mind, body, and spirit while connecting with a tribe of like-minded healers, coaches, and experts. At the Personal Wellness Retreat, we believe in the power of holistic growth, where personal wellness meets professional development. Our retreat offers flexible packages designed to fit your needs and budget. From free access all the way to premium mastermind workshops, every tier is packed with value. Experience dynamic coaching sessions, guided subtle energy activities, masterminds, hot seats, and invaluable networking opportunities, all from the convenience of your home. Escape the ordinary and embrace your extraordinary potential. Ready to rise with us? Click the link below to register and secure your spot today. Invest in yourself, elevate your impact, and transform your life. Your journey to wellness and success starts here. Join the ultimate wellness retreat for healers and coaches because you deserve to thrive.
I believe in that. I believe you deserve to thrive. And so if you want one-on-one exclusive elite energy coaching, reach out. If you want to join a community and have a dozen of the most incredible speakers talk to you about reclaiming your personal wellness, reach out. If you want to be a guest on the show and have us feature and sponsor and focus on you and your message, reach out. If you want to join us over at the private community for Frequency of Abundance, or if you wanted to join us over on the free community on LinkedIn, all you have to do is click the links, reach out. It's a wonderful place to be where in abundance we can focus on you. And of course, if we can shine a spotlight on you and if you're busy hunting whales, we'd love to talk with you. We'll take the Pepsi Challenge with any agency because as a not-for-profit, we've been doing this for so long and investing the money back in systems and teams, you kind of get good at it after a while. And that's where we come up with something very unique because we feel that you can't have a cookie-cutter off-the-shelf solution. I believe everyone needs that individual voice and they need to personally be heard, and their message needs to be crafted in such a way that it blows a dog whistle to their target audience. And so that's why we handpick the people we play with. Now, if we're coming up, and I wanted to wrap up today so that you can get back to your morning, take a look, implementing that one strategy from today's episode for the next 7 days. That's why I just invited you to the Personal Wellness. In case you need a little bit of pep in your step, we'll help. I want you to challenge all the listening people. We've got about 17,000 all around the world. Commit to the one thing per day mindset. Just one thing. That's going to give you rapid progress. And I want to encourage everyone listening to share your results on social media. #challenge, #me. Hold me accountable. Reach out to me. Let me introduce what you're doing to my community of about 17,000 eyes. Let's all play in the same sandbox. The tide's going to raise all boats. So come in and have some fun and play. And I want you to remember, Key points of today's episode are definitely mindset shift, the Pomodoro, look at the quantum leap, look at habit stacking. I'd invite you at any time to book a one-on-one with me and see where this plays in your world energetically. Because if you're looking at it for yourself, for your loved ones, family, peers, friends, that's one thing, and that's beautiful. If you're looking at it professionally as a coach, healer, therapist, and you want more tools in your toolbox and your tool belt, that's another. And there's definitely ways to raise that. So, I'm going to invite you to come back. There's quite a little bit of fun we're going to be having. Tomorrow is going to be Winning Wednesday. You're looking at the silent saboteurs of success. Thriving Thursday, from hustle to flow. Fearless Friday, and again, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. That's where we're hitting Eastern. Why some people have it on Fearless Friday and others don't. Chill out sleeping on the weekend. Join us at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we'll hit Successful Saturday, the laws of the universe you can't ignore. And Soaring Sunday, reclaiming your power. Ooh, what a week. For the frequency of abundance, today was how to use time as a weapon for success. Your quantum time management secrets and strategies. I hope you valued it. I hope you gained and gleaned. I hope it was something of value to you. Can't wait to see you for tomorrow. Very, very excited. And as always, be kind.